What's up, Mac Nowstalgia? Dave here with a review of Anora, the new romantic comedy drama film from Sean Baker, out in limited release from Neon after premiering earlier this year at Cannes, where it won the Palme d'Or, becoming the first American film to win said honor since The Tree of Life back in 2011. Anora stars Mikey Madison as the titular Anora, who is a sex worker who ends up marrying the son of a Russian oligarch who is spending time in America. And then hijinks ensue once the rest of the Russian's family learns about what has taken place and vows to get the marriage annulled. Anora is absolutely superb. This is one of the darkest and funniest movies I've seen this year. I think it's so well done in terms of bringing you some of the best humor, best laugh lines of the year. My theater was absolutely dying at moments, but also leaves you with some challenging themes in terms of what it means to have wealth in the world. Mikey Madison is transcendent as Anora, honestly, and she's doing it all. Like, she is making it clap as a stripper. She is giving you tons of humor. She's giving you despair. She's showing all sides of herself in this role. The central premise of a stripper marrying the son of a Russian oligarch and then the Russian's family trying to annul the marriage, it's a great elevator pitch, and it's done to perfection. The middle half of the movie, where most of the humor takes place, is excellent. That middle section also lends itself to being a great New York movie as we travel a lot of ground. Anora is the biggest movie yet from Sean Baker. You can certainly see the budget on the screen. You know, he obviously coming from indie film, the previous movies, Tangerine, The Florida Project, most recently Red Rocket. He has gotten more and more acceptance and eyeballs on his films and getting some awards recognition, but nothing super big. Anora has a good chance to finally break through for him and be a Best Picture nominee for the first time. Thematically, plot-wise, the movie can certainly be compared to Pretty Woman, but I really enjoyed kind of the multitudes that Anora contains within itself. The early scenes at the strip club, I think, are done very well. There's nothing stylized about it. It feels pretty real, pretty realistic. Once Anora links up with Vanya, the wealthy son of the Russian oligarch, played by Russian actor Mark Eidelstein, you know, the movie really takes off, and they hang out a few times, quote unquote, and then he decides to have her hang out with him for a whole week, and then eventually they get married in Vegas. And it's like the movie, I think, really ratcheting up. And the early stuff, it's quite fun and, you know, frivolous and party scenes and stuff. And then the marriage happens, and once the Vanya's family and the people, his associates in the family and employees of the family, start arriving at where they've been shacking up in like Queens or wherever to get this shit resolved, there's some terrifying moments. There's moments when you fear for Anora's safety. There's some incredible physical comedy throughout the movie. And then eventually the things really flip in terms of what you're rooting for Anora to accomplish. And she comes across as a character with, unsurprisingly, a lot of street smarts, but also you have a lot of compassion for where that character is coming from in terms of what they're trying to achieve. And again, Mikey Madison sells this whole movie because she has to do a lot as her character is in control, fighting to maintain control, being vulnerable, breaking down, all of that. Anora's relationship with, or, you know, relationship in quotes, with one of the henchmen that showed up to get shit taken care of on the Russian side, Igor, played by Yuri Borisov. I think it's pretty interesting and how that is seeded throughout the movie. Karen Karagulian plays Toros, this Orthodox priest who is Vanya's godfather and is trying to take care of stuff. Tour de force comedic performance in this movie. Like, he gets so much laughs. Like, he is so good. And he also really drives a lot of the movement once things change, namely Vanya abandoning Anora when push comes to shove and he realizes his family's coming to drop the hammer and get shit taken care of. I would highly recommend Anora. I think it's one of the best movies of the year. Whether it's going to contend for Best Picture, I'm not entirely sure just yet. Ultimately, it is a movie with a stripper at the center of it. We are in one of the most wide open Best Picture races in recent memory, so it's hard to rule anything out. I would certainly be rooting for this movie because I think it really is kind of the whole package in that regard, and has a lot of great craft as well. I think the movie looks amazing. Unsurprisingly, Sean Baker, incredibly talented as the writer. He edits his own movies as well. So I really hope he gets a lot of recognition for his work. And Mikey Madison, it's a ingenue performance that in the past has often been rewarded, but she's going up against a lot of more well-established competition. So we'll see if she gets break through the Best Actress race, but I think she'd certainly be worthy. But let me know, what did you think of Anora? What did you like most about this movie? Let me know. And for more movie reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.